What is up, everybody? We are back. It is week 3 of my journey to being self-employed as a handyman. And today I wanted to talk about sticking to your pricing. And this can be particularly difficult, the subject of pricing for a handyman, because depending on your area, depending on the services that you provide, the rate and pay rate can be different for one handyman to the next. So determining what your rate is and sticking to it is something that's really important. You guys know I take a lot of trainings and talk with a lot of people in groups, and there's a lot of things that can go on when you don't stick to your pricing. And one example is I was at a client's house, and it's a home watch client who also contacts me for handyman work. And I'm still developing what my prices are for certain jobs. And for this job, I had 2 tasks. And one of the tasks I knew very well and I knew I could get done quickly. The other task I knew was something that was in my skill set and that I could 100% complete. I just wasn't quite sure how much time it would take. And not knowing how much time kind of made it difficult to try to determine a price for the project. But so the day went on, I got done with the first task, I was working on the second task, and maybe about an hour into it, I realized that I was low on this estimate and this quote, that I understood what the work was going to take, but I didn't know how long it was going to take. So the entire project for them was a lot lower than if I were to write an estimate for it right now for the same project. So as that's going on, I chalked that one up to experience. I made a mental note of it, and I knew next time for this type of project, I would charge more. So it's going well. I'm talking with the homeowner, and he's mentioning to me some other work that's needing done, some trim around his garage door. So I told him I'd love to take a look at it when I'm done with this and hopefully get him an estimate within the day. So I took a look at the job, and after thinking about it, I had come up with a price that was the right type of price for this project. Knowing what I knew about my pricing for the last project, I was thinking more about it, and I was like, okay, this is the right kind of price for this job. So I contacted him, and I let him know that this would be the cost of it, and I could get it done the next day. And he said, that's a little bit out of my budget for this project. And I just told him, I completely understand. And, we went our separate ways for the day. And it kind of sat with me for a while. I was thinking about it. I was talking to my fiance. Well, maybe I could do it for this price. Maybe I could do it for that price. And, there's always room to compromise with your pricing. But for this situation, I decided to just leave it alone. I'd given him my price. And he was okay with it, but it was a little bit out of his budget, and that was it. And I wanted to do that because I didn't want to set a precedent of him questioning my pricing all the time or trying to get me to go lower. And in that circumstance, if I would have been like, well, what's your budget? I can do it for this price. Not saying that it's guaranteed that this would cause that, but it might kind of set the tone for future estimates, in the future. And I wanted to just kind of stick to what I had. So, that's why I had done that there. And, I think it was a really good experience because, I think that it helped me to develop my pricing. And it was also good for me not to try to be such a people pleaser in the moment, to just walk away with him turning down the estimate and be okay with that. And I'll do business with them in the future doing home watch and other handyman jobs that I estimate for them. But I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. Maybe it's something that you might go through in your business. Like always, like this video so other people can find it. Leave me a comment of a pricing situation that happened with you and kind of how you handled it. And always subscribe. Thanks, guys.